It really is so sad to see what so many people are going through there. And it's not just in North Carolina, also people in South Carolina as well, because this really was very widespread.
Yeah, this was widespread flooding. And the problem, everybody was talking on the internet about how hit as a Category 1 storm, and that was a little bit less than we initially had forecasted for. But just because wind speeds were not as strong does not make the rain that fell within that storm any less catastrophic. So they still saw really upwards of 2, even 3 feet of rain in some areas. Now, what's left of that storm is continuing to make its path a little bit further north, and you still can see on this wide view some of that circulation, but that's sort of fizzling out. Right now, it just looks like a big swath of rain making its way towards our region, and that's exactly what's happening. It's not everywhere, though, that will be impacted. It's mainly the southern tier, and there will be kind of a sharp cutoff on where this storm, or what's left of it, will move through. So again, the southern tier going to be the area, in addition to northern Pennsylvania, that's hardest hit as we move through the remainder of tonight and even for early tomorrow morning. Now, in some of these areas that are showing up on the radar with these yellow pockets, we're seeing precipitation rates or rainfall rates that are just a little over 1/4 inch per hour. So that's not too impressive. We see a lot stronger rains than that inside of thunderstorms. However, similar to what it did over the Carolinas, this isn't a quick moving storm. So over time, all of this evening and early tomorrow morning, we will see that add up. And for that reason, we do have flash flood watches in place for McKean and Potter County. So far, that's it. And they stay in place through tomorrow at noontime for those areas. And this is a look at the hour-by-hour models to show you what's exactly going to be happening tonight. Of course, the rainfall staying put in those areas. At times, you will see some heavier downpours inside of that. And as we move through the early morning hours of tomorrow, it will continue to push off to the north and east. So good news on that end. It won't linger too long, but it will make its impact while it's here. And many areas across the southern tier will pick up over 2 inches of rain or close to it. But again, notice that cutoff line from Springville northward. We're seeing very, very minimal rainfall amounts, probably just a trace, if just not a couple tenths of an inch. So really, really impressive numbers coming out of that storm. Now, once we start early Tuesday morning off, for the most part, we will be dry, but we've got the potential to see some spotty showers throughout the afternoon and early evening Tuesday before a high pressure system builds into the area, and that will stick around for Wednesday, which will keep us primarily dry. It is going to cool off a lot too. Yesterday we were in the mid 80s. Today a bit more comfortable in the upper 70s, but even so, we're still unseasonably warm for this time of year. And once we get to Wednesday, we'll actually be where we're supposed to be this time of year, which is the upper 60s and low 70s. For right now, again, you heard me mention we've got some low 80s showing up across the Genesee Valley. We've got upper 70s from Buffalo northward and 60s where it's already raining south of here. Now, wind speeds are pretty non-existent for the most part. 3 to 8 miles per hour is what we're forecasting those winds to be tonight. Again, you heard me mention 2 or more inches of rain south of the city of Buffalo. Areas north, however, just dealing with some cloud cover tonight. Now, for tomorrow, we're talking about a mix of sun and clouds by afternoon for everybody, but throughout the morning, rain showers will continue early. Again, that's south of Buffalo only. Now, for the 7-day forecast, things do begin to cool down. We'll be in the low 70s by Wednesday, a slight uptick for the end of the work week, but by the weekend, it's back to that fall-like feel. Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So if you don't like the warmer weather, we've got a little bit of both for you this week.
I'm trying to hold on to these last few days of these higher temperatures personally, but I'm sure that's not a surprise.